Hey guys, and welcome back to the show today. Today I'm going to be talking about healthy muscles. And I do this so that I help you understand that there are healthy muscles and unhealthy muscles. And I want you to know whether your muscles are healthy or not. And I want to give you the real truth around pain and tightness and healthy and unhealthy muscles. Now, I'm going to go a little bit deeper today into skeletal muscle health, and this is the largest endocrine organ that is one of the most misunderstood organs of the human body. And the tools that we currently use in our healthcare system really don't have the capacity currently to differentiate in healthy muscle and unhealthy muscle, but what researchers have found is that the role of skeletal muscle in the realm of health and wellness is way more complex than we thought originally. We now have researchers that are looking into ways to determine skeletal muscle health, and we're learning to better understand the role of skeletal muscle for maintaining physical activities throughout our life. Now, healthy skeletal muscle has been less researched, but we are finding that healthy skeletal muscle impacts way more than movement alone. In fact, unhealthy skeletal muscle typically calls from disuse, aging, disease, or even injuries. They induce chronic low-grade inflammation, and this is the key player in the pathology of several diseases today. However, proper exercise and nutrition can play a large role in rebuilding muscle health when it is performed correctly. And in my facility and facilities around that Stretch Mobility coaches own, we focus on clients that experience pain and tightness. And these clients typically fall into all four of the categories that cause the deconditioning of skeletal muscle. And I've seen our clients in an active muscle decline due to these factors, and we see it every day. And in today's episode, I want to talk about the role of healthy muscle as we age. And this is the aging category of those four that I mentioned above. So I want you to stay tuned as I discuss the other categories in later episodes. Now, if you're new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe so that you can get immediate access to these new episodes. And if you have questions on this content, please make sure to comment below and I'll get back to you with an answer. Now, standards that are now recommended for an aging person are new recommendations that will help you stay away from chronic conditions. And many of us fall into this aging category. I myself fall into this category and have seen the changes in my body. And if you feel anything like me and you feel like your body is falling apart, you are not alone. And this episode is going to provide you more information on what is going on so that you can seek care from a professional that can help you meet your specific goals so that you don't waste your time and your money. And as you age, your muscle health is altered. This change and decline in skeletal muscle creates changes in the body that cause symptoms. And these symptoms, some of them are lack of flexibility, pain, poor mobility. But this skeletal muscle decline contributes to overall health and wellness by a loss of skeletal muscles. And we call this sarcopenia. And sarcopenia is defined as the loss of skeletal muscle as we age. And this skeletal muscle loss also contributes to a poor VO2 max. Now, VO2 max is defined as the maximal output of oxygen your body can absorb when using during exercise. And it measures your aerobic fitness levels. Now, muscle loss also affects the heart. And as we age, the heart tends to enlarge slightly. It develops a thicker wall and slightly larger chambers. And this increase in size is mainly due to an increase in the size of individual heart muscle cells. Thicker walls also become stiffer and they don't allow the chambers to fill with as much blood before each of your heart ventricles pump it out. Now, this aging process, because of this, causes a problem with your circulation, and it's all based on skeletal muscle and the health of your skeletal muscle. Now, other things that are affected are your digestive tract. It's affected with aging by decreasing the microbiome, leading to gut issues that lead to the growth of visceral fat. And this fat is that dangerous fat. It's filled with toxins and it surrounds your organs, and our bodies grow visceral fat as a defense mechanism when our bodies aren't functioning due to aging. And it's all related to this skeletal muscle. Now, other effects that you may see are sleep disruptions, poor energy, weight gain, anxiety, depression, hormone dysfunctions. Studies have shown that these alterations can be improved with nutrition and movement. But what happens to those of us that experience pain and tightness with exercise and we can't perform the exercise the way that it's recommended to improve the health of our skeletal muscles? Considerations should be taken into account too, that when we experience pain and tightness and we can't follow the general recommendations with exercise, then we need to understand that nutritional recommendations that are based on these factors don't provide the benefits that can be achieved when they're combined with exercise. And current recommendations to maintain and build healthy skeletal muscle are as follows. Number one, you need to perform 120 minutes of cardiovascular exercise each week. Now, for those of you who don't know, cardiovascular exercise improves the health and wellness of skeletal muscle. It improves brain health, sleep, energy, anxiety, hormone levels, and improves cardiovascular health. And cardiovascular activities must raise your heart rate safely for a certain amount of time to impact the health of your muscles. Now, the second thing is strength training, and you need to strength train to muscle fatigue to be able to build strength, and you need to do this 2 times a week. And then the last thing that they're suggesting is eating 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight. That means the weight that you want to be, that's how much you take in 1 gram of protein for the pound of ideal body weight. So typically 30 to 50 grams of protein with each meal for you if you are aging is what they are recommending. Now, new studies suggest that walking does not improve skeletal muscle mass or provide benefits that are cardiovascular exercise when you combine that with strength training, leaving most of us that experience pain and tightness limited when it comes to reversing this process. And most people with arthritis, it's said that walking can actually exacerbate your pain if you have arthritis. So with these new standards relating to building skeletal muscle mass as you age, it can leave us all very confused if you're experiencing pain and tightness and you can't follow those recommendations. And that means if you can't exercise, you can't increase your heart rate safely, you can't strength train due to pain or fear of injury, your skeletal muscle health will continue to decline, leading you to many chronic conditions. And when you can't exercise based on these recommendations, but you're eating the recommended protein, your body may not be able to process that protein as it will when it's combined with proper exercise. This is why they say aging is no fun. Now, I started my clinic in Westchester, Ohio to bridge this gap, and I work with people that experience pain and tightness that are not able to follow these healthy standards because of pain and because of tightness. And I now train PTAs nationwide to utilize the stretch method, and this is my methodology. And it's not stretching. In fact, it's way more innovative and comprehensive than any form of stretching. My stretch mobility coaches specialize in the aging process, and we specialize in those other 3 areas as well. And we look at skeletal muscle mass and skeletal muscle health working at the core of pain and tightness. We then find out where the damage is, what damage has occurred due to the aging process, and we tailor our programs around fixing the damage and restoring joint and muscle health back to a healthy state. Now, a healthy joint moves without compensation, and a healthy muscle contracts in a certain pattern. And we found a correlation between poor joint mobility and poor muscle health that no other practitioner has been trained on. No amount of strength, mobility, and conditioning will rebuild damage from aging. Rehab is going to get you to your prior function. So for those of you that fall in between our fitness professionals and PT, where are you supposed to go for trusted care that focuses more on restoring joint mobility and restoring and improving muscle health? A stretch mobility coach is certified in the stretch method, and this focuses care on restoring your body to rebuild skeletal muscle and restore muscle contraction and rebuild and improve joint mobility. Now, our treatment programs help you stop the progression of degeneration and chronic diseases that can lead you on a path to surgery. If you want to learn how to get to the core of your pain and tightness so that you can restore your skeletal muscles to a healthy state, click the link below and find a coach near you. And I can't wait to see you next week.